it's a little chilly, yeah? Probably be a good idea to get in the sun, right? Let's start in a tabletop pose. So this will be my last practice in Sanborn for 2024. I will have a sub here next week, but I will be out of town taking a little girls' getaway. Not a yoga retreat, not me in charge, just a little fun. Yeah. So, it's funny. I'm Jewish and my friend is Chinese, so we both decided, we're both small business owners, that we actually closed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. We were like, oh my gosh, let's go away. So we are. It's really going to be fun. So we start on our hands and knees. We organize our bodies. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, belly to the spine. So important. Whenever we have a little chill in the air, I always look to stoke the fire element in the body. So we can't let the belly hang down here. You got to really pull the belly button in to support the spine. And then we're going to tuck our toes and lift our knees. Just lift our knees right in, digging right in. Float your tabletop. Keep looking at the front edge of your mat. So the neck feels long. The head is not hanging down or heavy. That's it. Make sure that you're looking at the front edge of your mat. Don't let the head hang. The back is flat. Shoulder blades are squeezing together. That's it. And then gently put your knees down. Good. Extend your right arm forward and your left leg back. Reaching out and long in both directions. That's it. Reach, 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 reach. And then go ahead and lift just a little. Feel the muscles squeeze. And then draw the elbow and the knee in under you. Let them squeeze in past each other. Inhale as you extend and lengthen. Exhale, squeeze them back in and under. The heat's probably already coming. Inhale, extend and reach. Exhale, last time, squeeze, squeeze and hold. Hold it tight. Right there, elbow to knee, squeeze it in tight. Hold it in that tight position. Knee in, elbow in. Pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. Jerome, right knee on the ground. Right knee on the ground. Yeah, you're making it so much harder on yourself. Squeeze a little tighter, and then put your hand and your knee down. Good. Left arm, right leg. Alignment matters here. Hand under shoulder, knee under hip. The other one extending and lengthening. Take a deep breath. On the exhales, round and curl. Squeeze it in. Good. Inhale, extend, lengthen, reach. Exhale, round and curl. Chin to chest, tailbone under. Again. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Exhale, round and curl, hold. Really pull the belly to the spine. Tuck your chin. Let the elbow and the knee pass each other. If they touch, they can probably go further. Squeeze your left elbow to your left hip. Squeeze your right knee to your right armpit. Squeeze it in, hold it tight. And then gently put it down. Very good. Let's go ahead and tuck our toes, but open ourselves and lift into our first downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide. Let's really try to open up the back of the knees. We want really big handprints here. And remember that we're hugging muscle to bone so that we're creating a little bit of muscular energy, a little bit of heat in the body. Go ahead, bend your right knee. Stretch a little deeper into your left leg. Yep, and then we switch to the other side. Bend the left, push back into the right. Nicely done, everyone. And then we'll straighten both legs, activate both legs, and tip forward into a plank pose. Shoulders over the wrists, tailbone drawing down. Breathing nice and steady. All right. And then from here, we'll lower ourselves down onto the belly. Bend your elbows. Come a little forward and down. Try to do that gently. And then inhale into cobra. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. You guys hear me okay in the back? Yeah? Okay, good. Thank you. All right. onto your heels, child's pose. That was a surprise, right? You thought I was going to keep digging in. Go ahead and touch your toes together, but open your knees wide. You okay? Yeah, let the chest and the ribs melt between your legs. Open them up that wide. And then walk your hands over to the right. You're going to take the hands off the mat and stretch a little bit into the side waist. Reach a little more with the left hand, but then try to press your left hip back towards your heel. And then come back to the center and walk through and around to the other side. So we reach with the right arm and we kind of press the right hip back. And then we find our way back to center. Rise up into tabletop. Keep both hands on the mat. Press them down and in so the chest activates, and then just lift your right leg straight back behind you. Take that right leg over to the left, tuck your toes, and step down to the outside of your mat. Good. Keep pushing back through the right heel, but then look over your left shoulder. That should feel pretty good. Is that one okay there? Try to keep the weight even on both hands, so both hands are still flat, and you're looking over your left shoulder. There you go. Now as you lift that leg, we're going to bring it up behind you. Keep it straight. And then pull that knee into the belly like you were doing before. Squeeze it tight. Yeah, I like that. Now, keeping it bent, lift it out wide to the right side. Ooh, right there, into your hip. Now, keeping it in the air, extend it out to the right. Kick out through your heel. Beautiful. Hold it there for just a moment. Maybe pick it up for a little bit. And then put it down out to the side. Walk your hands back. And then rise into gate pose. Standing on your left knee, the arms reach high. Good. Open your arms out to a T. And then let's take a little stretch over to, that's going to be your right side. So here we can move into that side waist again. Draw the tailbone down. Reach up out of your left side body. Maybe look down towards your right ankle. That's it. And then see how it feels to turn and look up at your left hand. Good. Belly in. Let's return to the center. Arms come forward. Return hands to the mat. Keeping your leg out, sit back in your child's pose. No, sit back in child's pose. Keep your leg out. Yeah, keep your leg out and sit back. Extended leg child's pose. Yeah. Make sure you're breathing. Touching all new places. So take one more breath here. And then you rise into tabletop, drawing that right knee back in. Make sure your weight is even on both hands, and then we'll just extend our left leg back. Flex your foot here. And then move the left leg over to the right. Try to step down just outside your mat. Tucking all of your toes down, pushing back through the heel, and then gazing over your right shoulder. Just stretching through the ribs on the left side. Pull the hip back, pull the shoulder forward. Start to open up that side body. Belly to the spine, don't let anything drop here. Yeah, we want to make sure we have lots of support. And then when you pick the leg up, keep it in the air, keep it behind you, and then squeeze the knee into your belly, please. Hold it there, that's where we get that heat from. We're going to keep it bent, really squeeze the knee tight, and then lift it out to the left. Get it as high as you can, and then try extending and kicking out through the heel. For one little moment, pick it up, And then go ahead and put it down. Nice. We'll walk our hands back and come to stand in gate pose again. Arms reach. Good. Let the arms come out like a T, and then we take that little stretch over to the left side. Make sure that that left foot is grounded well. The whole foot is flat. Pinky toe on the ground. Turn and look down at your ankle. And then turn and look up at your fingers. Belly draws in as we rise back up to the center. And then the hands come forward. We place them down on the mat and sit back with that leg extended out, child's pose. Just awakening all kinds of sensations. So again, another deep breath here. Pull yourself back up and into tabletop. You'll pull that knee in. Good. Now start to just move your body around a little bit. It can be really organic and natural. It doesn't have to be anything. It could be cat-cow. It could be dancing lion. It could just be a little bit of leaning to the left and leaning to the right. But just sort of make sure that the spine is moving well, the shoulders, the hips, that you have some sense of fluidity throughout all of those major joints. And that we can feel the movement of the muscles with the bones. And if you're moving in one direction, let's switch and move in the other direction so we get equal opportunity for coordination. Yeah, I like how you're moving. It looks really good. It looks like it feels really good. And that's really all that matters in this moment. And then we'll find our center. Go ahead, tuck your toes, and lift your hips. Come up into downward facing dog. Hips high, head low. Breathe in deeply. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Let's all push back just a little. And then look at your hands. We're going to walk up to the top of the mat. I'm just going to say, I know it's chilly, so a lot of you have socks on, so just be careful. You might not feel as grippy on the mat with the socks. I'm not saying take them off. I'm just saying be a little bit more careful about your footing, okay? And then lift halfway. Inhale. Fold deeply. Exhale. With a flat back, please rise. Come all the way to standing. Let's reach up. And then bring the hands right to your heart. Good. Take a moment here. Just feel your feet on the mat. You can already still feel the heat starting to build in your body, yeah? It's like coming from inside your core, and that's the point. You know, we don't have to be in a heated room to create heat, to create detoxification, cleansing, and transformation. So we're going to have to work a little bit with the breath today. And the breath is going to be what we call ujjayi. And so we breathe pretty vigorously through the nose in both directions. I need you to breathe through your nose so you warm the air before it hits your lungs. We do not want to be panting cold air in and out of our lungs today. So in through the nose deeply, and then out through the nose completely. So see if you can get a breath that takes a few seconds really to come in and fill you up, and then that you can feel the muscle contractions to actually push the air back out. And we're going to start to ride that breath. We're going to ride it through the sun salutations. So on your next inhale, the arms reach. It's a big breath, a big reach. Exhale, forward fold. Empty your lungs as you fold over. Lift halfway on the inhale. Good. Let's go to plank and lower on the exhale. Inhale for cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. All right. A few breaths here. That same vigorous breath, that same warming breath. We breathe in and out through the nose completely in both directions. Push a little with the arms, pull a little with the legs. Together, let's take one more breath and push back and touch. And then on the exhale, look forward. Let's walk our feet right up to the top of the mat. Lift halfway on the inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Good. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Chair pose. Good. Push through both feet, come to standing. Reach high. And then hook your thumbs together for me and take a little stretch to the right. I want you to feel the right thumb pulling the left thumb. Literally create an extra action there. And then see if the left arm can independently reach a little bit higher, and then let the right arm float out to the side parallel to the ground. That's it. Keep reaching. Ground the feet. On your inhale, both arms rise. Hook your thumbs again, and we go to the other side. Right? So we stretch and reach. We feel the left hand, the thumb pulls the right thumb. And then we make the right arm work independently. Stretch, reach, and float the left arm out parallel. Belly to the spine again, always creating support in the core and stoking the flame, stoking the fire in that belly. Inhale, rise back up, and exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Inhale again, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway, inhale. We're going to go to plank and lower on the exhale, just like we've been doing. Bend the elbows, take it down to the belly, and then inhale for cobra. It's a gentle back bend. Keep the chest wide. And then exhale, downward dog, please. Yeah, just drop the head low, lift the hips high, and breathe. Practice that ujjayi breath. It has a little bit of a sense of a texture in the throat, but not a very high sound. Enough for you to hear it coming in and going out. And that sound is enough to hold your attention. Let's take one more breath here. Push back a little. And then on the exhale, look forward. Let's walk our feet up to the top of the mat. Good. Lift halfway. Inhale. Fold deeply. Exhale. With a flat back again, we rise. Lift the head and chest. Reach the arms high. And then pull your hands right to your heart. How are we doing? Okay? We're getting a little bit warmer. I haven't seen too many layers come off yet. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway on that in-breath. We're going to go to plank and hold. Stay in your plank pose for a couple of extra breaths here. Make sure you're breathing that same ujjayi breath. One more inhale, and then lower slowly on that exhale. You can put the knees down or not, but lay onto the belly. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg is going to rise behind you. Lift it high, and as you lift it, make sure you sink your left heel low. We don't just flail the leg up with reckless abandon. Everything that we do has a balanced action. And then keep that left foot grounded as you step your right foot forward to your hand. Dig into the big toe mound of the left foot to help you push the right foot forward. And then inhale, rise. Come on up for high crescent lunge. That heel is up high behind you. You're up on the toes. The arms are reaching up overhead. That's it. Now I want to create a little bit more of a grounded feeling in this foundation here. So we're going to actually straighten the right knee too. So both legs really straight. The balance becomes a little more challenging. So you got to hug your muscles onto your bones. Make the legs feel super solid. Good. Now, right hand grabs left hand. Take a little side body stretch. Right hand grabs the wrist or the thumbs hook. As you're bending to the right, bring the left hip bone a little more forward. That's it. Chest plate forward. Right is pulling on left. You guys are amazing here. Inhale, come back to center. Now bend the front knee. Return into that lunge. That's it. Arms are going to open like a T, and then we'll take water wheel to the right. A little twist. Feel how you were just pulling the waist long, and now you're using the obliques to contract around the waistline. Keep the chest plate open. Keep reaching out with your arms. Reach back with that right arm. That's it. Now, in super, super slow motion, let's put the left hand down on the mat. Continue to twist open to the right. Nicely done, everybody. Take one more breath. Twist in a little deeper. And then the eyes go down, the hand comes down. You can step back to plank. We're going to hold here again for a few breaths because we can. And when we hold and we stay a little longer, we build our stamina. There's something different that happens through the movement, dynamic movement, than happens in the hold. Excuse me. All right, go ahead, lower down slowly. Inhale for cobra, take that beautiful back bend, and then exhale, downward facing dog. All right. Lift your left leg high behind you. As you do that, make sure you're grounding into the right one. Feel the up and the down. And then I want you to push a little bit into the ball of the right foot. You can even lift the heel high on the right foot, but keep grounding through the toes. And then we're going to step the left foot forward to that lunge. The back foot helps the front foot. And then we rise up. Arms come up overhead. Take your time. There's this feeling of pushing down as you rise, right? So we don't rush to get up. Oh, the layers are starting to come off. That's good. Now, both legs straight. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit unsteady. But you got to find a way to make it steady. Most of that steadiness is going to come from the inseam of the legs right up through the pelvic floor into your core. Imagine you were squeezing something between your arms. Work the midline energy of the body. That's it. Now, we're going to take the left hand and grab the right, and we're going to take that little stretch over to the left side. As you bend to the left, the right hip bone comes a little bit more forward. Try not to look down. Look ahead or look up. Yes, there's a little bit of a lean back in this pose. Leaning forward will make the balance even more challenging. So on the inhale, we return to center. Bend into the front knee so you establish that lunge. And then open your arms like a T and come into your water wheel to the left. So we twist. We twist with our head up high and our hearts open wide. We reach out through our hands. See if you can open up that left chest and reach back. Hold your head up. Yeah. That's it. Now in really, really slow motion, I want you to carefully put your right hand on the mat. Use the right hand down on the mat to help you twist a little bit deeper. Yeah, this is good. Push back through that right heel and draw your head forward. So we lengthen and then we rotate. Every exhale contracts the middle and helps you turn the torso. We'll take one more breath. Give me that little twist on the exhale. And then release. Eyes down, hands down. You can step to plank and hold. All right. Let's roll onto our right side for Vashisthasana. Right side down, left arm up to the side. Go ahead and separate your left foot away from your right foot. Just see if you can lift it for a second and then put it back down and return to your plank pose. Nice. Switch to the other side. Pushing the boundary a little bit here. Getting on the side body. See if you can lift the right foot away from the left foot. Just even for a second. Separate the legs. Yep. And then put the foot down, put the hand down, and lower your whole self down. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feels like it's getting better. All right. Right foot's going to step forward to the hands. Put the left foot flat at the back of the mat, and please rise into warrior one. That just looks really good. So it's okay to be generous with your stance here. I really want you to have a nice long stretch between your legs. And then similar to what we were doing in the other pose, can you straighten both legs? Keep the back foot flat, but straighten both legs. And then let's just work a little bit in the torso. So the left side of your body is going to come forward a little bit. See if you could turn your chest plate forward. The warrior always has their chest plate forward, right? Facing forward right into whatever the challenge is with the heart. That's it. So we're pulling the left side forward, but we're pushing the left foot back. And start bending into your right knee. Start bending into your right knee and don't lose what you created in the back part. That's it. Now, can you lift your chest a little more? Can you lean back slightly? That looks beautiful. Hold there and drop your arms down and behind your back. Clasp your fingers together. Bend the front knee even more and then lean back just a touch. Good. Take a deep breath and then exhale, fold. Humble warrior. The head bows down just toward the right knee. We keep pulling the left hip forward and pushing the left heel back. I think you can swear a little bit more. Right hip back, left hip forward. And then just trust me on this. Bend the right knee a little bit more. Let the pelvis get lower. And then start lifting your head. Start lifting your head and rise up. Push down through your feet, pull in through your belly, come up slow. That's it. Inhale, arms reach. Good. Exhale, take a flow. Hands down, step back, lower. Some of you like that. You got a little heat there. That's good. Yeah, move through that vinyasa. Moving with your breath. Remembering who you are. Remembering how you want to move today. And then we come to warrior on the other side. Left foot steps, right foot flat. Create that warrior stance. Rise with your arms up high, and then we're going to straighten the front leg, just because I want you to play with the right side of the pose. I want you to feel the right foot pushing back with the right side of your body pulling forward. It's a little bit of the action from the outer hips. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to ground the foot, but we're trying to pull everything from the rib, right, from the hip forward on the right side. That's it. Now reach up, look up. This is good. Tailbone can even tuck down gently, gently. Yep. And then we'll start bending into that front knee. Keep working the right side like you were, but explore the grace and the freedom that you have in that front knee. And then maybe you lift the chest higher, you lean back just a little bit more. There, you look like a warrior, finally. Let's take our arms down and interlace our fingers behind our back. Breathe in deep, and then exhale, fold. The back foot is grounded here. Humble, humble warrior. Simplifira. Left hip back, right hip forward. Tailbone a little bit down. Don't be afraid to bend that front knee. There's something sweet that happens when you get a little lower with the pelvis. And then you can start pulling the tailbone down and the head up, and you can rise. Inhale, reach, finish strong. Exhale, take your flow. Hands down, step back, and lower. I think we're getting warm now. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take 2 breaths, just really pumping loads of oxygen through the body. That's it. Last inhale, push back a little. And then let's look forward. Jump, step, or walk feet to the top of the mat. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Bend your knees, sink your hips. It's chair pose time. We're going to start to move into Surya Namaskar B. Push through both feet, come to standing. That's it. Hands to the heart. Surya B, we move with the breath. So take a moment here and reconnect with the rhythm of your breathing. Make the rhythm of the breath feel strong and powerful. Let the movement of of the breath create heat internally. And let the sound of the breath engage your mind. And then we're going to flow, putting a pose onto each and every inhalation and exhalation. Are you ready? If I move a little fast for you, feel free to slow it down. And if I'm moving a little too slow for you, feel free to speed it up. I want you to move with your own breath, and there's no way that my cueing can match every breath in this part. So my anticipation here is that I'm going to see us all kind of doing the same thing, but at our own pace. So when you're ready, on your inhale, it's chair pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips, reach your arms, and then exhale, fold in. Good. When you're ready to inhale, lift halfway, and then go to plank and lower on the same exhalation, all the way down. Breathe in deeply as you take your back bend. Exhale, touch down dog, but come into warrior one. Right foot steps, left foot flat. We rise on one inhale, and then come right back down on the exhalation. So it's hands down, step back, lower. Yep, you got it. Inhale through the back bend. Exhale, push back and step up left. We rise on the inhale. And then we come back down on the exhalation. It's hands down, step back, and lower. Take your time if we need to slow it down. Breathe in for cobra. And then we all meet in downward facing dog and we take 5 breaths. So if you're new to the practice, that can feel like a frenzy. It takes a little bit for your body to get aware of the combination of poses and the sequence. But once we start to be able to put that into action, it's pretty miraculous. The strength that it builds, the flexibility it creates, the stamina, the cardiovascular challenge. I wish I could say I designed that, but I did not. It has been in humanity for thousands of years. And I think today more than ever we could all do a little salute to the sun, right? So we're not just creating heat internally, but we are also actually feeling the heat of the energy of that beautiful sun that keeps everything on this planet alive. All right, look forward. Let's go ahead and walk our feet up to the top of the mat. Lift halfway, inhale, fold deeply, exhale. Bend your knees, sink your hips. We're finishing the chair. And then we come to standing, pull the hands to the heart, and we do it all again. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. When you inhale, lift half. Go to plank and lower. That's 5. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, down dog into warrior one. Right foot steps, left foot flat. Let's rise on the inhale. And as soon as you're ready for your exhale, it's hands down, step back, and lower. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog into warrior on the left side. Left foot steps, right foot flat. Rise on the in-breath. And then hands down, step back and lower as you exhale. Yep, you got this. Try to do it with some grace. Try to do it with rhythm in your breath. And then we find our way back to downward facing dog. And we breathe. We breathe with purpose. Use a little bit of that leg power to push the pose back. We'll take one more breath. And then look at your hands start to travel forward. Feet come together at the top of the mat. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Good, bend your knees, sink your hips, chair pose. And we're gonna hold it. Good, bring your hands to heart, sit a little bit deeper. Take your right elbow outside your left knee and give me a little spinal twist. That's good. So I want you to feel the left knee pushing out into the elbow and the elbow pushing into the knee. And then keep that one just like it is. You'll keep your right hand by your heart and then extend your left arm up to the sky. Keep using the leverage of the elbow and the knee to twist a little deeper. Drop your tailbone a little lower, lift your heart a little higher. Yeah. And then bring your hands back to prayer. Return to center and chair pose, arms reach. Push through your feet, come on up. Strong legs, hands come to heart. That was beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Make a big sound on the exhale. Yeah, let the tension go. Let's do it again. Clear it out. A big inhale. I think we could use one more of those. Take a deep breath. Express yourself. The holidays aren't stressful. You guys are all just like happy and merry and bright. Yeah? All right. Go ahead, bend your knees, sink your hips, chair pose. And we sit back a little bit into the heels, draw the tailbone down, and then hands come to the heart. We go the other way, left elbow outside the right knee. Remember, you're making that connection of pushing the leg out, pushing the elbow in. Make that lock. And then we'll keep the left hand by the heart and extend the right arm up to the sky. Beautiful. Maybe look up towards your thumb, drop the tail, lift your heart. See if you can enhance the work just a little bit. Belly to the spine, squeeze in the waistline. And then the hands return to heart. We come back to center, chair pose, arms reach. And then push through both feet, come on through. And then bring the hands to center. Strong finish. All right, take a deep breath. Open mouth, clear it out, make a sound. Sometimes it's a soft sigh, that's the expression. Sometimes it's a moan, sometimes it's like a big old scream. Every once in a while I need to do like a oh, right? Do you need one of those today? Or does that make you uncomfortable and you would just rather go oh, right? So take a deep breath in and do you. Ready? Yeah. Thank you. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Lift and lengthen on the in-breath. We're going to go to plank and lower on the exhale. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right. Right foot steps up, stay on your left toes. We'll come on up for high crescent, then turn left. Open up to the side for warrior two. I want you to feel the left side and right side body opening apart from each other. Take your gaze to the middle finger of your right hand. Middle finger of the right hand, we look, yes. And as we focus in on what's happening right out in front of us, we also know what's happening behind us. The back of your head knows what's happening with the right foot. Sorry, the left foot, the left hand. That's it. Hold your head high. Open up your awareness. Open up your consciousness. It's not always what we're looking at that we need to see. Right? We have to open our awareness and expand to the whole of everything that's happening around us. Now, lift your pelvic floor and bend your right knee deeper. Push the right knee out just a little bit. Hold all of that and reverse warrior. I love it. So as you reach up, look up. That's it. And then just for your neck, just turn and look down at the pinky toe of your left foot. As you're looking down, can you also bend the right knee and open it wide? Yes. Belly in, return to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Triangle pose. We're going to tip over to the right. Try not to go too deep. We're going to do a little bit of core work here. So I'd like you to make sure your right hand is actually on your shin. So not in front of the shin, but actually on the shin. So you have a little bit of support under you. And then push down into your leg and make your chest rise a little more. There. Let's turn the left palm forward. Reach the bicep over the ear. So as you're reaching, you got to press into the left pinky toe. So the foot and the hip are grounded. And as you reach and lengthen through that left waist, can you turn the right chest up toward the sky? Amazing. And the arm is going to go up. Let's stay here. But wrap the arm into a half bind. I like that a lot. Then can you take the weight off your right hand and put it on your heart? Yeah, we've done that before. I'm going to challenge you again. Now that you've taken the weight off of the right arm, can you reach the right arm under, bicep under the ear, and reach straight out in front of you? Lengthen the bottom waist. No, not in front of your chest, under your ear today. I usually want you to twist. Reach under your ear. This way. Yep. Straight out to the front. Up and I lost my mic. Poor Elise. As I'm playing with my mic, I'm making her go harder. Come on, squeeze that little glute there. It's shaking. Give it some tone. There. That's it. And then put the hand down. Reach your left arm up to the sky and rise up slowly. Stronger every day. Bend that front knee. Take a breath. On your exhale, plant your hands on the ground. Let's take a flow. Step back lightly, lower slowly. Move back through that vinyasa or say no. Say no, I'm just going to step back into down dog and I'm not going to do all those things. Or I'm going to do them even better because I'm feeling stronger. Right? Left foot steps up. Stay on the right toes as you come into high crescent lunge. And then we turn open to the right side for warrior two. Opening wide. And as you feel the outer body expanding, feel the inner body contracting. So you got to bend that front knee, you got to pull in the pelvic floor, you got to get that support from underneath the pose. It's really hard to keep the body supported when the legs are open wide. So you have to really think about drawing the legs into the hip sockets, lifting the pelvic floor, holding that pelvic floor, creating that Uddiyana Bandha. That energetic lift that comes in and up through the body. She who flies upward. And then reverse your warrior. That's it. Now as you look up and reach up, can you bend the front knee a little deeper? You remember as you drop down in the pose to lift up from the center. Yeah, that pelvic floor and lower belly will help you lengthen your spine. I forgot to do it on the first side, but let's take the right arm and float it out to the side for a second. Oh, strength and flexibility here. Now with grace, come back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg and come into triangle. Trikonasana. Trikonasana turns into Uttita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. So we're going to turn the right palm forward, reach the bicep over the ear. Now as you're reaching through your arm, we're also turning the left chest up toward the sky. Keep grounding the right foot. It's important to feel stability to create that length. That looks good. Keep your breath flowing. And then just the arm comes up, we wrap it into the half bind. And then see if you can take the left hand onto the heart. So once you've lifted the weight off of that arm, you realize you've got to press through your toes. You've got to stabilize and strengthen your legs. And then we're going to reach straight out past the front of the mat. Bicep under the ear. The bottom waist long. Keep the half bind. It's the left arm that's reaching. Get longer through the bottom. Lift up out of your waist. Beautiful. Give me one more breath. Reach a little. And then gently put that hand down. Right arm rises to the sky. Come back to warrior two. Let's all take a deep breath here. And then use the exhale to float out. Find your way to downward facing dog. Alright. Let's take one more breath here. And then come up high on the toes, walk the feet in a tiny bit and come to a floating table. This is where we were at the beginning. The toes dig into the mat a little, the hands push down and in a little. We're going to create a little bit of heat. 2 more breaths. Squeeze the belly into the spine. Open those shoulder blades a little wider. And then super gentle, put the knees down. Good. Swing your feet around in front. We're going to open our feet about hip width apart in front of us. Bend the knees and put the soles of your feet down. Hands together in front of you. Let's interlace everything but the index fingers. The knees are bent, the feet are flat. So it looks kind of like that. Yeah. We're just sitting up straight. And I'm going to demo a little bit. I think you'll get it pretty quickly. We're just going to take our hands and we're just going to touch the floor on the right. And then come up and over the knees like a big arch, like a big dome, and then touch the floor on the left. Yeah? And we're just going to do that a bunch of times until you start to feel the work in your obliques. Feel that? Yeah. All the way over, touch. Like touch the floor. Touch. Don't like barely touch it. Like make it happen. Yeah? You guys feel that? It's simple. Yeah? Be careful with your back. Yeah. All the way touch the floor. Up and over touch the floor. Like make the action. Alright. Come to center. Hands forward. Pick up your feet. Touch your toes, ankles, and knees together. Squeeze like your legs are one. And then just twist to the right and hold. Keep squeezing the midline. Toes, ankles, knees together. Can you feel them squeezing into the middle? Knees together. Lift your chest. Use the back of the body. Use your shoulder blades to lift your chest up. Yes. That's it right there. Are you breathing? Are you breathing? That's nice and slow. Come up and over to the other side. Oh, you can do this if you want to put your feet down. Don't give up your integrity, right? You can put the feet down and do the same exact thing. Work the obliques. Squeeze the midline with your legs, twisting to the left. You've got this. Keep your head up. One more breath here. And then return to the center. Straighten your legs. Open your arms out like a T. See if you can get your back to sit up a little straighter. Oh, right there. Look at your own toes. We're almost done. Take one more breath. And then pull your knees into your belly and squeeze. Give yourself a big hug. Tuck your chin down. Round your back. And then let your feet return to the mat. That's good. Go ahead and lay yourself down. Normally I would really want to cool you down right now, but I still want to maintain a little bit of heat so that you can actually lay comfortably in your Shavasana today. So I'm going to have you pull your knees into your belly. Remember that feeling of toes, ankles, and knees touching. Squeeze your legs together like they're one and flex your feet, flex your ankles. So you can really kind of feel that sole of the foot stretch. You can even spread your toes. Touch the toes, ankles, and knees together. And then open your arms out like a T. Good. We're going to twist to the right. The knees are going to point down, but the heels stay up off the floor. So twist to the right, knees down, feet up. Don't put your feet down. It's normally the opposite of what I tell you to do. Normally I tell you let it all go and relax, but here I want you to hold it together. Squeeze into the midline. Try to turn the knees down and lift the heels up. Are you breathing? Use your arms against the floor to help you ground. We're going to take one more breath, and then on the exhale, soften. Let it go. No, don't come up. Don't come up. Soften, let it go. Find the ease. Let the feet down. Soften. Feel the difference. So letting down down is actually important. You can't keep holding it together. So at this moment, we put it down. And then we turn our left hand. All right. Turn your head to center. Push into your arms, bring your knees to center. Reestablish that connection of toes, ankles, and knees so the legs seamlessly come together. And then we tip over to the left side, knees down, heels up. So pick the feet up, squeeze the legs together. There's a little bit of work here. I want you to feel a little bit of heat in the core before we soften and let it down. Do your best to pick those feet up. It's no joke, there's work in there. That's it. And try flexing instead of pointing. Yeah, so you're lifting the heels. There it is. Oh my gosh, did you feel that? That was amazing. That was so, so good. All right, so we're looking straight up at the sky. We're giving it one more breath and twisting deeper on the exhale. And then we melt right where we are. Put it down. Turn your head to the right. Soften in. Let it go. Ujjayi breath. You're still moving that breath in and out through the nose. Full, complete breaths in both directions. We'll turn our head to center, press into our arms, and let our legs return to center. Give yourself a little bit of a squeeze right here. Grab your knees. And then we'll put the soles of our feet down for a moment. Conscious resting pose. As the soles of your feet touch down on the mat, put your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. Take a moment here. It's an interesting time of year. Coming to an end and about to step into something new, a new chapter. Big transitional moments. Even today, the 21st of December, it's the winter solstice. It's actually the shortest day of the year, the longest night. It's actually the transitional moment where we go from having the longest amount of darkness in the calendar year to stepping back into every single day getting a little bit lighter. From this point forward, as we move through the calendar, we get a little bit more light every single day. And I'd love to carry that thought all the way through my new year and believe that every day that I step forward, things are going to get a little lighter. But I think it's up to us. It's our perception. It's our choices. There is so much power in choice. So for a moment, think about how you want to be. Think about how you want to feel. Think about the things that you can control. And then we hope that every single day that we step forward, there'll be a little bit more light. Let's go ahead and pull our knees back into the belly. Give a little squeeze. Lift your head to your knees. Pull the belly button into the spine. And then reach your arms forward. So you're going to reach out, but at the same time squeeze your knees to your chest and your chest to your knees. Just for a moment. Just curl up. Head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Yeah, like so, head to knees, knees to head, right? And keep reaching long arms. See if you can tuck in a little tighter. Tailbone off the mat. Take one more breath and then just squeeze through the whole exhale. And then go ahead and lay yourself out for Shavasana. Release the hips, release the arms, soften your fingers and your toes. And just let yourself be still. Probably still have enough body heat to sustain you through a few moments of stillness, but if you want to put a jacket over you, or I think by the time you sit up and put socks on, it's going to be over, you know, so just see if you can just be. Slowly start to bring the breath back. Bring back the same breath that you used in the practice, through the nose in both directions. Yep, still will never understand that. I know there's got to be something to that, but I just don't get it. All right. Slowly awaken, we start to stretch and move, and we'll all come and sit together for a moment. If somebody gets that loud car thing, come and explain it to me after class. I want to hear. So we sit up nice and tall. I think it's just rude. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'd like to hear the other side, because I am really committed to my side, and I feel like that's judgy. So I want to open up my perspective here. Huh? Attention seeking? Oh, that could be part of it. I can have compassion for that. All right. Let's bring our hands together at the heart. We'll close our practice. And you do have one more practice here for 2024. You will be with Amy next weekend. You'll be in good hands. I will miss being with you to close the year. So this is our closing practice together. I wish all of you merry, happy everything. And may we step forward into the new year with the best of intentions Just like we set intention before we practice and we're clear about what we want to do with 1 hour, we can do that with every day of our lives. We can do that with every step and every stage and every chapter. And when we move from one place to another, we can transition with grace. Yoga is asking us to pay attention. And so my ask for you is that as you make this transitional time of the year, that you pay attention. Feel all of the feels. Acknowledge all of the things. Be good to yourself and try your best to be good to others. Allow this yoga to do some good in the world, not just in 1 hour, but let it permeate into you. Let it shine through you. Let's bring our hands together and take a long, slow, deep breath. We'll close with the beautiful and sacred sound of Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, perfect peace. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. May the actions of my life and all of our lives somehow contribute to that happiness and that freedom for all. May we all feel merry, happy, everything. May we transition through the challenging times with a little more grace. May we carry our yoga with us, and may we always use it for good. I wish you all so much love. Namaste.